Hi, Amy. This is Emily Gilley with Schaefer's Gold Rush. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. How's everything going with the farm?
Very good. It's kind of getting to that um, busy time of the year, but it's always a fun time. But everything's going along really smooth.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I always love to hear when customers have a great time going with their sows and their boars and all of the breeding programs that they're picking up.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
are you
So
guys looking to come back to Schaefer's Gold Rush to look for boars?
we are. Yes, we are planning on it again. Yes.
Awesome. So I know that you have the kids and they are in 4-H, correct?
Correct. Yes, they are.
And you sit on the fair board too, right?
I do. I sit on the fair board, and something I really enjoy to help get them ready, help get them plan the fair, and something that's near and dear to our family's heart.
Good, good. That was the way I was growing up. We were always very involved in 4-H, and my parents still sit on the fair board. They were the 4-H leader and barn superintendent all 10 years when I was growing up, plus about 8 years when my sister was in. So they put in about 20 years plus their own 10 years in 4-H.
That's awesome.
So we really enjoy that program, and I knew that you guys were very involved with it as well. So I like to be able to talk about that kind of stuff.
It is. I think it's one of the most important things that you can do is give back to youth and help develop them and give them great opportunities to get started in life, and if they're interested in their own livestock programs. So
Right, I agree. I think that ranks right up there with FFA and all of those different kinds of activities. FFA gave me a lot while I was in high school, and still gives me the opportunity to work with the kids and get into the livestock program. I help on a livestock judging team at Southmont, so that's a
awesome.
real great opportunity for me.
That is awesome. That's a lot of fun. I don't think there's any better way than being around livestock and helping kids with livestock, and it's a great learning experience and teaches a lot of life lessons at a young age. So
I agree. And your family judges on different shows, correct?
correct. Yep. We go out and we judge different county fairs and jackpot shows, and just a way that we can give back to the community. And it's always fun to go to different parts of the country and states, or wherever you get invited to, and see how they do things a little different. You can always bring those back to your home county to implement as well. So it's fun to be able to work with youth on a regular basis.
Right, right. I really like that aspect too. I hope to be able to do more of that as I progress with my career and get the farm going and get a little more involved at Schaefer's there. So
Awesome.
we really pride ourselves on having good quality show stock and being able to produce the next generation.
Awesome. That's always good to hear. It's always reassuring.
Yes, ma'am, it is. So, if you don't mind, what were you thinking about going in to look at from borer standpoint?
You know, kind of coming into this next breeding season, in the past I typically breed around three or so from you guys, and this year I'm looking at breeding. I have two hamp sows or gills, like in a Duroc, and then a York and a cross. So I have four different breeds, and I'm just trying to make my mind up which direction I want to go in. As far as I think I want to keep them all pure for this go around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe focus a little more on making some replacement gilts to maybe grow my herd in the future. Keep some of those daughters to breed back.
Right.
Um, but that's kind of where I'm at right now, with what I have and what I'd like to do. I've been looking at a couple different boards, like on the hamp side, outlaw, kind of that line as far as making females. Durocs, I'm a little open-ended. I've looked at all-inclusive and in style, and a couple other boards, and then kind of the Yorks and crossbreds. There's a lot of good different options, and so I don't have any plans set in stone right now, but that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, okay. I really I like that way. I like that way of thinking. I like that open-ended kind of thing. You're open to different options. You really have something that we can work with here. As for your needs, we can go through and select different boards either on a personal basis with you, or we also have a program where we can sit down and look at boards and then get back with you and ask you what your opinions are in terms of that.
Okay.
So is that something you'd rather lean toward, or would you like to talk it out today and get it set in stone?
Let's do a little bit of both. I have a new, my Duroc is a newer gelt, and I don't know what direction I want to go with her. So she may be one, like, do you guys ever let anybody, like, take pictures or you know, send you a video and you look her over and then get back with me as far as, you know, different suggestions and things like that?
Yes, ma'am, we do. That is sort of what our program is. You can send us video, you can send us pictures, whatever you want to send us. If you can send her background, her history, and like her EPD, her data, those kinds of things. If you can send that to us directly, we can look at that and pair her up with a board that is similar in those characteristics, and we can get you the best offspring that can be possibly produced.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think definitely in her that's route I want to go because I'm really just stuck. I just don't know what direction I want to go with her and what way to line up, especially with my emphasis being on, like, I want to make females
Okay.
out of her because I would like to have ultimately someday, you know, 3 to 4 Duroc sows, and right now I just have the one gilt, so kind of still young as far as that goes.
Understandable.
Now on my hams, I think I kind of want to line them up. I've been really looking at the board called Outlaw and some of his offspring from that direction as far as making those gilts. And so it's kind of the way I was thinking, but I didn't know what you guys were thinking or if anything you knew or things like that or ideas to kind of let me know or go from that direction.
Okay, well, I will say this to begin with. It is all you know your animal best. So with that being said, without having seen the gilt that you have, and without being able to actually visualize her and know that she's either the stout made gilt or she's got that depth of body, that length of body, she's got that big bone underneath of her, and she gets off on the move. Something like that. If I can't be able to visualize that like perfectly. That poses a problem for us to be able to breed a certain boar. Now, like you said with Outlaw, that boar is a big-footed, stout-made boar, but we want to match them up perfectly in order to get the best results that we can possibly get.
Yep. And so I kind of want to work whatever's easiest for you guys because I really enjoy working with your company and trying to decide, you know, what to do, and you guys know what you're talking about, and so I really do value your guys' opinions when it comes to helping me. And if it's easier for you, I can always go out and snap a few pictures of these girls and let you look at them as well. So
Okay, that would be a really great advantage for us. Like you were talking about that outlaw boar. I really enjoy him. I like the way that he's set up. I like the way he's built. He's a cool guy. He's got that profile look, but then when you get around behind him, over top of him, he's really got that substance that will actually produce. That's what you want to see in all your breeding stock. You want that capacity. You want that ability to be substantial throughout an entire lifetime of breeding. So if you've got the gilt that will help stand to him, we would be more than happy to be able to work with you and get something done with Outlaw.
okay.
What other problems are you looking at for us? Do you have anything that's really sticking out to you that will pose an issue?
You know, kind of things like just so you know where we're at in our business. You know, I'm being really price cautious these days. You know, I really want to focus on saving money from that standpoint, is because you know, just in case something would come back and you know, I need to budget for things like that. And so my really number one issue today is the cost. I don't know as far as, you know, if I want to do like a contract price or if you even offer that or, you know, different things because I only have an X amount of dollars to spend and and I don't want to, get too over. Kind of my whole SEMA budget this year is around $1,000, and I have to breed 5 total, and so that needs to include, my shipping costs and the SEMA cost. I have a little wiggle room within that. So that's where my really big, I guess, downfall is not right, but I'm going to really be looking at that price.
Okay. I understand that. I understand as a starting out business that you guys want to be cost conscientious and be able to stick to that budget, because that is where our big focus needs to be, especially with a new company. So with that being said, especially in the program that you were talking about with your Duroc gilt, we do offer that at a set price, and it's usually a rather low cost. But we are very willing to work with you and very willing to make sure we stay in that budget. We're an honest company. We'll tell you what we think, and we'll tell you up front what the cost is going to be plus shipping.
Okay, perfect. Because that's another thing is, I know we're local to each other as well, but shipping that cost does add up over time. And I really appreciate you saying that you look at the pictures, because it is kind of overwhelming when you're getting started, and I'm trying to figure out the needs of my gilts, and I'm maybe not quite familiar or even 100% confident by just looking at a picture of a boar and lining them up, and so it gets a little overwhelming at times for me, and you're trying to figure it out and just can't decide which way to go. So I do appreciate that you're able to look at my females as well from that standpoint.
Oh, that's our pleasure. We kind of pride ourselves on being able to do that. That's one of the things that we really enjoy about our jobs. We really like to be able to get our hands on, actually look at things, and actually get an aspect from our point of view and give you an opinion so that we can go ahead and better the swine industry, that show pig industry especially.
Yep.
We are really excited to work with you guys. I know that we've worked with you in the past, but since you guys are starting to expand and starting to get more involved, we really are excited. I know that you've had, since this is your first Duroc, this is an exciting time, especially since Schaefer started out with just the 5 Durocs that we had back in the beginning years. So that's one of the big breeds that we really like to emphasize on. As for your Hamp and your Cross and everything else, we would really like to get involved with that as well. So we've got different options, and you can either look at them online. We can set up a time to meet. If you go ahead and look at them online, they've got the like an overview of them, if you will. And then you can get an idea of what you are focused on, and then come back at us, and you can tell us what you're thinking, and we'll get it set in stone.
Perfect. Kind of where my head's at from this standpoint is I have looked online a little bit, and I saw where there's a couple videos of some of the boards, which is really helpful to get kind of a true you're seeing them in real time, or
Right.
movement outside of a still picture.
Yes.
So I really like the idea of being able to send you some pictures, because that's really helpful, especially I've been around livestock for a long time, but the breeding aspect of it is maybe not necessarily super new, but lining the genetics up for show pigs and things like that is
it's almost like it's a whole different game. It's it's a little bit different buying a gilt, breeding a gilt, than it is feeding a bear out and taking him into the arena to be able to present him as the best that he can be today. I understand that, and that's been a problem that we've faced in the past too, being a little bit uncomfortable with the territory, but as you go and you grow, it'll become more comfortable, and we're always here if you have any questions or want advice or input on any of your animals.
Perfect. I really appreciate that, because it's you kind of feel silly being new, having livestock, but then kind of in a new adventure into species, and I love the swine industry, but it's a whole new aspect of it. So, and even though we've done it a couple years, it's still it still seems like it's brand new.
Right,
too.
right. So,
But no, I appreciate that. I think kind of where my head is as far as like getting some of those pictures taken, getting them sent off to an email with you, maybe even get a short video if they're cooperative enough, and have you guys help us kind of go through and give us what your suggestions are. Because I know my kids all have their opinions, but they sometimes their opinions aren't. They're looking at the cute ones and things like
exactly,
that.
exactly. So I understand that. As far as any of that goes, do you have any more questions for me?
I was going to say, are you guys on any discounted or summer pricing, or going into like, I know we're going into like a spring season. Are you on any discounted pricing, or are you guys still at full price right now?
Actually, we do have seasonal pricing. Again, that goes along with each of the boars. Some of them are more discounted and some of them aren't so much. But again, those prices are online, and if you want specific pricing, either in that email that you send with the pictures and the videos, you can ask me there, or you can give me a call back at any time.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think if you could, when you send me an email back, or you could call me back, whichever's more convenient for you. I'm pretty flexible as that goes.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know, and I like to have some different price ranges, and I'll put that in my email of the boards, just so I can have like a couple different options and price. We might splurge on one or two, and then kind of go more of a savings route on a couple others. So.
Okay, that's understandable. I would be happy to do that.
That is perfect. And do you have, I guess, any other questions for me before, or is anything I need to do special to send you that email or anything?
I don't believe so. I believe that you have my email. You have my phone number, so in case you need to get a hold of me at a faster rate. But I don't think I have any questions for you. If I find something that I think would be of interest to you, can I call you back at this number?
That would be awesome.
All right. I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Sounds great. Well, you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.